This person writes, do interests need to align for there to be attraction and interest for a relationship? I would say it's very essential for your interest to align in like long-term relationships. As far as attraction goes, usually you can just basically be attracted to somebody by the polarities, so masculine and feminine energies, and that's where you see like the opposites attract come into play. Let's get into the post. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Are most men only genuinely interested in a woman that has a same or similar interest to them? I would say it helps significantly because it's like, well, makes things easier, makes conversation easier, makes like making plans on dates easier because you can do things that both of you like. And it's like ultimately what's the outcome of dating someone? Well, is to really just have fun with another person and really enhance your life. And so sometimes you get the best results when you have someone that you're dating that has similar interests. Is there a greater level of attraction when meeting someone that excels in the same thing you do? Uh, I don't know if I'd look at it as a standpoint on how great they are at a skill, because sometimes you actually will see resentment. It's like, well, I have this goal in this area, and then my partner is actually better than me in this area. And now I'm like, well, I can't really get to their level. And so now I somewhat resent them. And how you really combat that, maybe combat's not the best word, but how you kind of deal with that is you just find what benefits or what skills, what great skills that you have that maybe your partner wants. Whether it's drawing, whether it's, people skills, maybe the other person's introverted and works on their craft all the time, but you are good at your craft, but then you have a big social life. So just be aware of the positive things that you have in your life that your partner might want and see value in those things that you have. Are you more interested in turning it into a relationship than say something casual? I don't have many hobbies or an impressive talent that would intellectually attract someone, and I fear that the men that I do attract will settle for me. And so, what is this? Well, it's her limiting belief. She feels like she's not good at a bunch of things, or she's not intellectual, and so she's thinking, well, therefore, I can't get a guy. It's just not the case. It's like it's really just kind of an objection you have in yourself that really leads to you not taking action towards getting into a relationship. Because look at so many situations where somebody's not quote unquote intellectual, and that's such like a general label as well. And they're dating, somebody special, or they're in a long term relationship, which seems like what you want here. For example, I was seeing a guy that was a musician and played a few instruments. More than one of his exes also played an instrument and sang. So you're comparing. That's not going to make you content, and that's not going to make you happy. Whenever you get in that comparison trap, sometimes that is useful to make progress. But if you're living in that comparison, you're almost never happy, or you're almost never content. And you're also seemingly to kind of looking for reasons why it won't work out with you and another person. So just check yourself on that kind of mindset right now. I'm not musically inclined at all. I'm looking at cat memes, thinking back on this makes me feel insecure because if someone like that had come along, there is no way he wouldn't have been more interested in the girl who has artistic talents. So you're saying like, oh, he's out of my league kind of mindset, especially if she's beautiful too. I then feel like I'm settling for and just a good time girl when this other more talented, attractive, charming woman is more of what he commit to and take seriously. What do you think? I think you're intellectualizing this whole process and just kind of talking yourself out of it before you even try. And I don't think that's the case. It's like you don't have to basically find yourself to be attracted to somebody, meaning like, oh, I have to basically find a complete perfect match that likes every single little thing. Sometimes actually it can create a strong relationship and a strong partnership if you have sometimes varying skills. But you just have an open mindset to the other person and you're accepting and you're their ally instead of their enemy and competing with them and saying, oh, you have better skills than me. And I'd say more of attraction comes from the polarities of being masculine and then being feminine. And so when those are there, and sometimes it'll vary. So it's like sometimes, for the most cases, like guys are more in their masculine, whereas women are more in their feminine. Not always the case, but that will work. But also you'll see things like maybe a guy's halfway in his masculine, halfway in his feminine, and he picks a woman who's halfway in her masculine and halfway in her feminine. And either way, it's like the attraction still works because it's just like a match. As far as think of it as yin and yang, opposites attract, all to come to basically one piece, and that creates that attraction. But once you can understand those polarities, it will really change your success and your life in relationships, because once you understand that, you understand how attraction works, and also you can learn how to behave in those either masculine or feminine ways. And I focus a lot on like the masculine side, and so it's really about being mission driven and being able to walk away and mean it. That'll just give you so much strength and also give you a purpose, a guide. But once you can adopt that, it's like you can behave in those ways. And a lot of guys just don't know how to behave in those ways because they've never been taught any of that stuff. But once you do, and once you act that way and act more strong, act more like the leader, what you'll find is that so many more women will be attracted to you. So you can get the fundamentals for free in the description below, and then all the other products are in that same link that you can buy.